Okay, guys. Now I can go for the total overview summarization of enzyme chapter. So first we know the definitions, history. So what is the enzyme? Is going to catalyze the reaction. That's all. It's going to catalyze the reactions, convert the product into substrate into product without involving any reactions. History, we know that. Then nomenclature. In olden days, they have named us in bias manner. So those who are invent the enzymes, they can simply made the names. So after that, they form a union, an international union of biochemistry. They have made one commission. Based upon the commission, they have named based upon some principles. So mostly the enzymes has been divided in the 6 category, particularly the oxidoreductase, transferase, hydrolase, lyases, and isomerase liases. Each one class is having unique role. So based upon that role, the enzyme has been categorized in this category. The next one is, yeah. So the next we have seen the major classifications we have seen. So the next is important one is factors affecting enzyme activity. Yeah, history, nomenclature, then enzyme classification. The next one is factors affecting enzyme activity. So in this chapter, we have seen 8 important factors. It's going to affect the enzyme activity: the concentration of enzyme, concentration of substrate, concentration of enzyme, substrate, product concentration, temperature, pH, activators, time, and light and radiations. Because the concentration of enzyme, when you can increase the concentration of enzyme, the velocity of the reaction also is going to increase, exponentially is going to increase. So it's one of the important things. Second one is substrate. Whenever the enzyme level is sufficient, the substrate also is one of the important factor, because if it is low amount of substrate, the reaction velocity is less. But the more amount of substrate also is the one point is going to saturate. So it's gradually divided into 3 different part: linear part, and graphical curve part, and the plateau stage. Then substrate values, we know that it's entered. We have go for the Michelson-Mendelssohn equations. Then based upon this equation, we can identify the Km value. From the Km value and Vmax value, we can identify the what mode of enzyme inhibition it's undergone. So all those things we can identify from the this graph. Once this graph is converted into the Lineweaver-Burke double reciprocal plot, means we can easily identify the what's a mode of enzyme inhibitions. The product concentration, once the substrate is converted into product, that product itself is going to inhibit the enzyme action. So it's also one of the factors. Then temperature, whenever the temperature is going to increase, it's initiate the reactions up to one level, the maximum level. After that, it's going to reduce. The same manner, the temperature, and it's one of the factors. The next one is pH. Optimal pH is given the best activity. Low pH and otherwise a high pH level is going to affect the enzyme mediated activities, we have seen. Then activators. So it's a substance, it's a metallic substance, otherwise some of the inorganic substance is going to activate the enzymes reaction. So it's also one of the important factors. Without these factors, the enzymes may not work well. So the next one is light and radiations. The enzyme mediated reaction has been inhibited, otherwise activated by the UV, otherwise X-ray, beta, gamma rays radiations. So these are the 8 factors is important. The next one is mechanism of enzyme actions. The mechanism, simply the enzyme is going to lower the activation energy. So from that, from this phenomena, the enzyme catalyzed velocity is going to increase. So they are proposed into 3 different model. One is, yeah, 3 different models. One is induced fit model. This is induced fit model because here, this is lock and key model. Here the substrate and enzyme is both things is rigid, so nothing is going to shape. It's already pre-shaped one, so that it's not is undergone any changes, conformational change. So the theory is mostly is failed. It's not proved the so many principles, so it's failed. The second theory is induced fit theory, so it's most acceptable theory. Here what the thing is, enzyme and substrate is not pre-shaped. Particularly, even though the substrate is pre-shaped one, the enzyme is itself is going to undergo the Conformational change, it accept the substrate to bind. So it's the induced fit proposed, it's accepted by the most of the concept. Then substrate change there, it's nothing but it's a extension of induced fit theory. So once the conformational change of the enzyme, it's going to give the stress or strain to the substrate. If that's a process, is convert the substrate into product. So the next one is a different mechanism: acid base catalysis, substrate strain, covalent catalysis, and covalent and entropy effects, the temperature effects. These are the things is going to important to propose the mechanism of actions. So the next one is enzyme inhibitions. Mostly it's classified into three types: reversible, irreversible, and allosteric inhibition. Reversible, further it's divided into the competitive, non-competitive, uncompetitive. Competitive means it's a same similar structure, it's competitive for the same binding site. Non-competitive means it's going to bind somewhere else, no structural resemblance there, it's going to bind somewhere else. Even though it's going to even binding in some other site also is going to inhibit the enzyme activity. So it can be identified by the graphical representation, because the km values differ means it's a competitive. Km values is going to differ means it's a competitive. Vmax is same, but in non-competitive mechanism, the km value is similar, the Vmax is different. So irreversible inhibition, uncompetitive means nothing but it is going to bind its resemblance, not having a resemblance structure. So it's known as anti-competitive inhibitions. Irreversible means it's going to bind a strong covalent bond. That's the reason the enzyme is going totally it's blocked. The best example is a organophosphorus compounds, parathion, malathion, and some examples. Suicide inhibition means the enzyme has been totally is going to block. Allosteric inhibition means it's a natural target for the pharmacological events. So the example is angiotensin converting enzyme. So once we have inhibit those enzymes, we can use to treat the hypertensive cases. That's a suicidal inhibition. The next one is enzyme specificity. So we have discussed the enzyme is having unique mechanisms, three models, 4 different mechanisms. Even though it's having some uniquenesses there, it's going to specific to the some mechanisms. So stereo specificity means the enzyme is going to work only on based upon the steric nature of the compounds. The reaction specificity means nothing but is going to undergo the various reaction transmination sequential process. Substrate velocity specificity is first is going to based upon the substrate. That means the enzyme is going down only on one specific substrate, means it's absolute substrate specificity. Relative means is going to act on any specific kind of structure, specific group and bond. The next one is coenzymes. The coenzyme is nothing but it's a non-protein small additional factors. It's involved in the enzyme mediated reaction. It's going to induce the catalytic reactions. Then mostly it's a vitamin substance, particularly vitamin B substance derivatives. Apart from that, non-vitamin substance also there. So the next one is isoenzymes. We know that the isoenzymes is nothing but it's a different forms of the enzymes. So the Km value and velocity, reaction, physicochemical properties may differ. So we have listed 3 different enzymes. Lactate dehydrogenase is having 5 different isoforms. So it's a 2 subunit. Based upon 2 subunit is the isoform has been categorized. So it's one of the tool to determine the various diagnosis disease conditions, also myocardial infarctions and liver disease. The second example we have seen creatinine phosphokinase. It's a 2 subunit is there. So it's 3 isoforms available. Here also is used for biomarker agents for various conditions: skeletal muscles, heart muscles conditions, myocardial infarction. We can identify the CPK2 level. The alkaline phosphatase 6 isoforms is available. Aldehyde dehydrogenase 2 different alpha beta 1 and alpha beta 2. Particularly Europeans and Japanese is having a fluctuations. Japanese is having alpha 2 predominant, so it's having a more sensitive with algal. Then finally we have seen the application of enzymes as a therapeutic agents, diagnostic tool, and application for genetical engineering and industrial commercial purpose. We have seen some of the specific example: asparginase and immobilization used for glucosidase enzyme, oxidase enzymes. Glucose oxidase enzyme used for determine the glucose levels. Then apart from that, some specific disease conditions and specific place itself, plasma, non-plasma specifics, all those things we have discussed. So that is overall enzyme chapter. So here itself I have wind up this chapter. Okay, sign out.